Good morning and good afternoon. It's good to see you. And if you're not here today live, it's good to see you as well. I wanted to share a little bit of truth here this morning. I have noticed a big resistance in the last week to actually sitting down and meditating. And I'm sharing this with you because if you are a new meditator, just know that meditation and your commitment to meditation can wax and wane, and that's okay. And if you're a seasoned meditator, you probably have already noticed this. There are some times when you are completely compelled to sit down and be in stillness, and other times you're just like, oh, do I have to do this today? And the answer is yes, you do. You have to do it. It's a wonderful way to take care of your mental state and show yourself compassion. I'm not sure why. I was thinking, why is it that this has happened this last week? I've had a shift in schedule. My son is home now. Obviously, my mom came to visit. And, maybe it's just that I don't feel like it, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The why doesn't matter. That's the part that takes you into the story that you tell yourself. And what I've noticed is that I'm just noticing my pattern of behavior, my place of resistance, and starting from that point and working with it. And rather than expending a bunch of mental energy trying to figure out why something is, the reality is again, it doesn't matter. And so what I found this week is that the meditations that I did were shorter. I did actually meditate. It's just that it wasn't like the way that I typically meditate. And so they were more like the Peace Finder practices that I've shared with you over the past couple of weeks. And so today, what I thought we would do, similar to, I think, another meditation that we did, but slightly different, is to pull together some of those Peace Finder practices that I used this week. And we'll do, as we normally do, some long, slow, deep breaths. And we will do a body relaxation, which I think is always helpful in times of anxiety or stress or fear, which are very normal human emotions. We'll do a breath awareness meditation, and that'll kind of move into more of a heart-centered breath. And then we'll end on a self-inquiry practice in this spirit of wondering why, rather than trying to get after the story. We'll just sit with the questions and see what arises. So that's what I have in store today. And like I said, these can all be done together like we're doing today, or they can be done individually for any length of time to just help you find those moments of peace in your day. So one quick thing that I wanted to review, because we've talked, I think I talked about this before, but just as a reminder, there are 3 ingredients for any meditation practice. So the first one is your intention, which is your willingness to do the practice and your resolve to stick with it, which is what keeps me going when I think about, why am I doing this? And so think about why you are here today, why you show up every week. Is it to be together in a group, which I've heard before? Is it to release anxiety or stress, or just be in stillness because this is the only time in your week that you can actually sit in stillness? So just think about that. And it can vary from week to week as well. It doesn't have to be the same thing every week. The second thing is your gentle, non-judgmental attention. So it's not the kind of attention that you use, as I was alluding to figure something out or to think critically. It's more the type of attention that you might use when you're gazing at a tree or a flower, or sitting in a park and watching children play. Just sort of that kind, calm, open awareness of whatever is unfolding before you. The third thing is a focus for your attention. So we've done mantra practices before, we've done breath awareness practices before, and we focused on sensations. So through this idea, or through the continual refocusing of whatever it is that you're doing or putting your attention on in meditation, you're beginning to notice the nature of your mind and the thoughts that it thinks. So as I mentioned, a couple of the practices a few minutes ago, we'll be using the breath, and we'll be using the body as the focus for our attention. So the essentials I love to mention: it's okay to have thoughts. They are natural. It's in the nature of the mind to think, like it is in the eyes to see or the nose to smell. So just notice, as I said. And when you have thoughts, just bring your attention back to the focus of the meditation, breath or body awareness. Don't try too hard to have a certain experience. Simply welcome what is here right now and have the experience that you're having. Let go of any expectations and treat this meditation like any other meditation. It's your first time. You're sitting down for the very first time. Welcome whatever arises, resisting nothing. Always be gentle and kind with yourself, just like a good friend would be. There's no reason to beat yourself up. This is your time. And finally, stick with the practice. So even if it gets challenging, even if you get frustrated, even if you feel like, oh, this is shorter than I want it to be, just allow that to come up, that feeling to arise, and just stick with whatever it is you're doing in that moment. Just like building a muscle. The more you do it, the stronger you get. So we'll be meditating for about 15 minutes. I'll keep track of the time. And we'll be closing our eyes for the meditation. But if at any time you feel uncomfortable, you can open your eyes, you can look around, you can close them again. You do you, as I always like to say. Okay, so let's begin. I invite you to get comfortable. Ideally, relatively still. You can put your hands in your lap. You can put your palms up or down, a hand mudra if you'd like to do that. And simply, whatever you're doing in this moment, allow yourself to be relaxed and sitting in an alert and upright position, welcoming the stillness, welcoming the silence, and transitioning from the world of doing and activity to simply being right here, present right now, resting and being. And let's begin by taking some long, slow, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. This sends a signal to your body that it's okay to relax. It's okay to let go. Now allow your breath to simply be natural, to follow its own rhythm, its own depth. Don't try to force anything. Simply allow the breath to be exactly as it is. With your eyes closed, you might become more aware of the sounds in your environment. Welcome everything that you hear. The sounds that are far, perhaps outdoors, perhaps in the next room. and the sounds that are near. Perhaps in the room itself, in your body. Sound is never a barrier to meditation. With your eyes closed, you might also become more aware of your body sensations. Allow whatever comes into your field of awareness to be without resistance, without judgment. And we'll begin now to mindfully relax the body. As I call your attention to different areas of the body, gently relax any tension that you might feel and become aware of whatever sensations are present in that part of the body. Let's begin by relaxing your scalp and your forehead. Relax your eyes. Your entire face. Relaxing your ears, your mouth, the roof of your mouth, and your tongue. Relaxing your jaw. Tuck your chin in ever so slightly and feel a lengthening in your neck. Let your shoulders move down and away from your ears. Your arms and your hands and your fingers relax. Noticing the sensations in your pelvis as you relax into the support beneath you. Feel your spine as it reaches all the way from your tailbone up through your back, your shoulders and your neck, all the way up through the crown. Imagining the movement up and out of the head, up above to the cosmos, perhaps elongating the spine if it feels right to you. Now moving to your upper back, your mid and lower back. Simply noticing any sticking points, or perhaps the ease of movement. Relax your chest, your diaphragm, and relaxing your belly. Moving your attention to your right leg. Starting at your hip, to your knee, all the way down to your toes. And relaxing your left leg from your hips down to your knee and all the way to your toes. Now feel your whole body completely integrated, relaxed, and at ease. Draw your attention now to your heart and your heartbeat, your pulse. Any movements or tingling. All of the sensations of being alive in this moment. Bring your attention now to the rise and the fall of your breath. Noticing the breath as it flows in through your nose and out through your nose. And moving your attention to the center of your chest, right where your heart is. See, feel, or imagine a star, a bright star beneath your breastbone. Imagine that each breath increases the radiance of the star. If you like, you are welcome to put your hand on your chest as you rest in the energy of this radiance. Begin to ask yourself, who am I? You can ask yourself silently, who am I? And simply notice what comes up for you, whether it's a color, a sound, a word, a feeling. Don't try to force anything. If nothing arises, that's perfectly fine. Just allow whatever will be to be. Who am I? Now ask yourself, what is my heart's desire? What is my heart's desire? Now ask yourself, how can I best love myself? Repeating the question a few times to yourself. How can I best love myself? And just notice what comes through your field of awareness. Now let go of the questions and any answers that may have arisen for you, anything that you may have felt or seen or heard, and bring your attention simply to the sensations of naturally breathing. Rest your attention perhaps on the pauses in between the breaths. Your breath might slow down, it might speed up, it might simply stay in a rhythm. There's no need to control or regulate the breath. Simply allow it to be exactly as it is. We'll meditate like this for a few more moments, and I'll keep track of the time. Whenever you notice your attention has drifted away from the breath to a sound or a sensation or a thought, simply refocus your attention. It doesn't matter how many times you have to refocus, this is the practice. Be kind to yourself. Begin to give yourself some deeper breaths. Perhaps noticing the natural rhythm in the body and beginning some gentle movements. You can wiggle your fingers, move your wrists, wiggle your toes. You can sit with your eyes closed for a few more moments, simply resting in this quiet space, this integration period. Allowing yourself to come back to the world of doing, slowly and gradually. And when you're ready, you can gently blink your eyes open. I'd love to share a passage from Thich Nhat Hanh. If in our daily life we can smile, if we can be peaceful and happy, not only we, but everyone will profit from it. This is the most basic kind of peace work. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I welcome you to bring your hands together, thumbs at your breastbone. And I wish to say again, thank you. The light in me honors and sees the light in every single one of you. Namaste.